Respect to Satou Sabally. She had the kind of take a respectful competitor has after the Fever beat the Wings. Sabally has really made the Wings, I think, into a dangerous team.
Caitlin Clark just revealed something shocking. She is excited about the possibility of working with Satou Sabally. Let's face it, Caitlin is already a one-woman wrecking crew, but even superheroes need sidekicks. With the league full of players like Angel Ree and Chelsea Carter, Sabally is the ideal teammate to support Clark. Her numbers with the Dallas Wings were incredible, and if she were added to Indiana Fever's roster, the league's balance would be completely altered. Are going to pursue you because they think you're great, and the WNBA is comparing one kind of greatness to another. So am I correct in saying that she's being pushed to the back? No, that's a foul that has no place in the sport. We all know that. Now, you're probably wondering why Sabally left Dallas since the team was strong, but the answer is that Caitlin Clark knows the spotlight in Indiana will be brighter, and she wants to be a part of the action. With Clark leading the way, Sabally will not only compete, but will dominate. It's not just these days, basketball is a power move for greatness. In an unprecedented press interview, WNBA star Satou Sabally said that she will not be returning to Dallas for the following season. Instead, she will be attending state. My Satou Sabally officially leaving the Dallas Wings is like a mic drop at the end of a wild 5-season concert where she averaged 15.7 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. I've already expressed my gratitude to Dallas for making this a home for me over the years, and I'm working with them to find my next home. With 6 assists a game, she demonstrates that she is more than just a striker and a serious threat to opponents. Sabelle has repeatedly demonstrated that she is one of the most versatile players in the WNBA. She makes tough baskets for us, and she gives us another option on the floor to run our off-ball screening action. Let's not forget her 2024 season stats, where she casually put up 17.9 points per game while hitting 45.2% from deep. That's not just good, so sit down and take notes. Another player who can play the two-man game with the ball in her hands is Caitlin Clark. A rookie, she broke records and left everyone wondering if they were witnessing the birth of basketball's next legend. She has the unique ability to dominate a game on every level, whether it's by clutching up when it matters most, making insane assists, or dropping buckets. If that wasn't enough, Sabally herself gave Clark flowers, referring to her as a generational talent that's like getting Ned in basketball. In any case, we're consuming this content. Are these two meant to work together, or are we witnessing the league's next great rivalry? Sabally praised the organization, called it home, and departed Dallas with grace rather than in a dramatic outburst. However, let's face it, there is more to this story than that. Although her $195,000 contract for 2024 may sound nice, it screams short-term pact and eyes on the next one. Throughout her career, injuries have been Sabally's shadow. Only once did she manage to play more than 20 games in a season. Shift. This was a planned departure rather than a farewell. Since Dallas has made this a home for me throughout the years, and the Wings are, well, in rebuild mode, I've already shown my gratitude to them. While names like Paige Buckers and Olivia Miles are being floated, losing Sabally still stings. She wasn't just a star, she was a glue player who uplifts everyone around her. Good luck finding that level of impact again. But Big Time has a new general manager, a new head coach, and the first overall pick in the 2025 draft. Dallas appeared to be a potential destination for Satou Sabally. The state of Indiana. Meanwhile, Clark is out there rewriting rookie expectations by scoring over 25 points in consecutive games and managing her team's attack like a seasoned veteran scorer, playmaker, walking highlight reel, triple check. This has pretty well sealed the deal. However, it goes beyond the figures. Clark is attracting fans like a magnet, filling arenas and maintaining the league's popularity. The Dallas Wings player Satou Sabally is up in the season and is now a free agency. The WNBA hasn't witnessed this much excitement for a rookie in years, and it's really exciting to watch. Sabally's admiration for Clark isn't just fangirling, it's respect from a veteran who's seen it all. She called Clark a talent that can do amazing things, and coming from someone who's held her own in the league is a big deal. However, Sabally didn't sugarcoat it. She talked about the pressure that comes with being the #1 pick. According to her, the league isn't just watching Clark, they're gunning for her. Sable's remarks provide insight into the Indiana Fever have $650,000 in cap space for 2024. And let's be clear, that's not just good financial planning. That's the kind of flexibility that screams, we're about to do something big. This isn't just any team trying to stay relevant. The Fever are positioning themselves to become a serious contender, and their foundation is already strong with Aliyah Boston. This is the mental toughness required to succeed when the spotlight burns this bright. Leading the charge are Kelsey Mitchell and Lexi Hull. But let's not fool ourselves. Including Caitlin Clark would be revolutionary. Boston has already been paired and in the paint. I found it intriguing that Satou Sabally has formally announced her departure from the Dallas Wings, saying she will not be returning. With Clark's exceptional playmaking, she would turn the league into a living hell. I did believe that Paige Becker, the masterminds behind this scheme, would probably go to the Wings with Satou and Arctic Gumbo. In addition to Amber Cox and Kelly Kopp handling the front office like a masterclass in team building, Stephanie White brings championship-winning expertise to the sidelines. This trio isn't here to create a stir. They're here to create a dynasty. They have outlined their plans in detail, including re-signing Kelsey Mitchell to ensure stability in the backcourt and investing heavily in acquiring a versatile forward like Satou Sabally. If you're wondering why Sabally's name keeps coming up, let me give you some statistics. She averaged 18 points per game while shooting 45% from beyond the arc, which is not only good, but the type of player you build entire strategies around. And 5 assists on 45% shooting from 3, which, in addition to the rumors that Sabally has been giving away important details and that her public acclaim for Caitlin Clark is what makes fans go crazy. Clark is a force of nature that isn't simply 6'4". She can score, pass, lead, and pick up skills that she's probably mastered. As her ability to score, defend, and create plays perfectly complements Clark's dynamic approach, the coupling of her and Sabally feels less like a rumor and more like destiny. Together, they transform the Fever into not just contenders, but clear-cut title favorites. But let's remember that the New York Liberty, who are already loaded with Breanna Stewart, are lurking in the background of this game. On paper, Jonquel Jones and Sabrina Ionescu all have max contracts. Sabally's inclusion on that roster sounds amazing, but let's face it, their salary cap is more constrained than an overstuffed suitcase. Sure, there's the emotional pull of seeing her sister Naira play for the Liberty and the prospect of seeing her old college teammate again, Sue, add some fairy tale charm, but charm doesn't win titles or cover expenses. The key question is, however, how does she feel about She has been quite quiet about the Dallas Wings getting his first choice, and then there's the secret weapon of the Fever. Fans are analyzing every move Sabally makes on social media, and those likes are essentially the modern equivalent of a verbal commitment. However, let's face it, the Fever doesn't need subtle clues to make their case. They have the cap space to offer Sabally a max contract, keep Mitchell satisfied, and still have room to bolster their roster. And if you think that's nothing, you've obviously never been on the internet. Opportunity to play with Boston and Clark, and it's difficult to imagine how anyone else could match that offer. This is about more than simply immediate gains. If Sabally joins the craze, she's contributing to the establishment of a dynasty rather than merely occupying a roster position. Sabally's scoring and defensive versatility, along with Caitlin Clark's ability to draw crowds, sell out arenas, and make every game a must-watch on TV, make this squad so well-balanced it's frightening. Not only is this a talented basketball team, but they have the potential to dominate for years to come. And Val's next move is about more than just her career. It's a seismic shift for the entire league. Her departure from Dallas leaves a gaping hole for the Wings, but for the Fever, it's an opportunity to step into the spotlight. Fans, analysts, and even rival teams are watching her every move, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Whether you like it or not, look at the sales. They speak for themselves. You guys make it seem like the girl was a bum, but you still want to talk about this nonsense. So let's not minimize. My parents knew I was very competitive from a young age, but I'm not sure if they always loved it because I really didn't know how to control it when I was young. I was so competitive no matter what we did, even if it was just playing a board game. Caitlin Clark's influence isn't limited to what happens on the court. She's the kind of player who draws other stars, reshaping teams and honestly the league itself. Pairing her with Sabally would be a bold statement, a declaration that the Fever aren't just here to compete, they're here to own the WNBA. At home or even in class, I was very competitive. Sometimes my teachers had to tell my mom, you need to figure out how to calm this girl down because rocket math is not that serious, but it was to me. So what will happen? Will Sabally pick Indiana and help start a dynasty that could redefine women's basketball, or will another team step in and change the course? And I say the course of the league is holding its breath, but one thing is certain, whatever happens next, the WNBA is going to get a lot of more captivating.